Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to tonight's game between the Pikes Peak Thunder and the New Mexico Ice Wolves. Both teams played a game this morning. Both lost their opening tournament game, so this should be a pretty good matchup. Yep, so there you go. All right, taking off the face-off, looks like Wesley is going to be taking the face-off for the Thunder. Ice Wolves maintain possession, dig it into our zone, quickly move back. Wesley give chase behind the net. Cut off by Isaac. Shot on goal goes a little bit high. Thunder maintain possession. Ike with good pressure over to Wesley. Passes it over to Sam with a shot on goal. Ice Wolves try to clear the zone. Unfortunately, that one hit the goal. Unfortunately, their icing attempt hit the goalie who had to save it. Bounced back to New Mexico and waiting to see if they called that a goal. It looks like they are. So Ice Wolf player gets his own rebound, surprises the goalie, and ends up with an early goal against the Thunder. Not the start we were looking for. New line out there for the Tigers. Anthony and Braxton and Jameson looks like they're going to be our forward lines, and Colton and Colt on the defensive line. Ice Wolves kick it in deep, fight for it in the corner, looking for a centering pass. Doesn't happen. Unable to keep it in the zone. Jameson Cooper giving chase. Puts the guy against the board, gets it out to Braxton, looks for a centering pass, finds Colt, whiffs on the shot, gets his own rebound, and sends it into the corner. Braxton gets it back. Sorry, Koa. Koa gets it back and sends it around the corner. Thunder going for a line change. Now we got Braxton out there along with Gavin. Thunder dump it in deep, finish off the rest of their line change, and try to keep it in the zone. Looks like Gage Nelson bringing it up, gets his pocket picked. A nice centering pass by the Ice Wolves. Unfortunately, doesn't lead to much. Good physical play by the Thunder, trying to get possession. Along the near side boards in front of us. Thunder are going to be moving from right to left on your radio dial. Thunder get it center ice and just try to regroup a little bit. Isles bring it out to center ice. Nice centering pass. Gets broken up by Anthony. Shot on goal is blocked, and the Thunder send it down the ice for a line change. Ice Wolves try some trickery, doesn't happen. Anthony's able to gain possession. Sends it down to Isaac, out to Caden. And a shot on goal is stopped by the Ice Wolves goalie. I should note, in goal, we got Jalen Sunby starting in goal for us. We got Anthony out taking the face-off, along with Sam Schaefer and Isaac Everhart. Colt now with possession, gives chase down in our zone, forces him wide. Centering pass goes nowhere, and the Thunder come away with it. Good pressure. Colt Tollefson drops it in deep. Ike gives chase, knocks it out to Sam. Fight for it behind the puck, or behind the net. And the Ice Wolves come away with it. A lot of back and forth action this first period. Ice Wolves maintain possession, give it over to the Thunder. Kings Wally with a nice centering pass, and the Thunder get it in deep. Quick line change by the Thunder. We got Marshall Clegg out on defense along with Colton Snuggs. Wesley gets the puck, brings it up, centering pass to Jamison. Unfortunately, the Ice Wolves are there to stop them. And we get a whistle for an icing call. A lot of back and forth action in this first period between both teams. Looks like they're calling a hooking call on Jamison. So the Thunder will be down shorthanded here for the next 2 minutes. Fresh skaters on the ice. It looks like Gage is going to take the faceoff along with Braxton and Colton Snuggs and Marshall Kollega on defense. Ice Wolves win the faceoff, bring it over. Shot on goal is stopped by Jalen. Colton's in the corner battling for the puck. Ice Wolves come away with it. Shot on goal goes wide. Ice Wolves still providing pressure. Can't make anything happen. Rebound gets picked up by Colton, who sends it out of the zone. And the Ice Wolves have to regroup. Bringing it back with pressure, looking for a centering pass. Wraparound that goes nowhere. Gage Nelson able to clear it and sends it down the ice. Minute 23 left on the power play for the Ice Wolves. Thunder get a partial line change. Caden's out there giving chase. Centering pass by the Ice Wolves. Nice save by Jalen. And the Thunder are able to get it out of the zone. Ike with some good pressure. Gavin Leon now bringing the puck up. Centering pass. Sends it over. And the Thunder are finally able to get it in deep. Good pressure by Ike, forces the turnover, and forces the Ice Wolves to regroup. Ice Wolves bring it up, barely misses their pass in front of the net. Some good defensive play on this penalty kill by the Thunder. Shot goes high, gets knocked down by Caden, goes to an Ice Wolves player who gets a shot blocked. And the Ice Wolves maintain possession. 15 seconds left on the power play. Hopefully the Thunder can get one more ice clear. Well, it looks like we're getting tired already. Gavin Leon gives chase. Good physical play. Sam gets it and just clears the puck as the penalty was expiring. So Jamison comes out of the box and is able to get a shot on goal. And there's the whistle. So 8:25 left to play in the first period. The Thunder are down 1-0 after an early goal by the Ice Wolves caught us by surprise. Looks like Anthony's out there taking the face-off along with Koa and Jamison. And on defense, we got Colt and Marshall Plega. Thunder providing some good pressure. And we were on the receiving end of probably a cross check from behind. I'm guessing they're going to get 2 minutes. And it looks like, are they calling a double penalty? 2 minutes for cross checking on them and a 2-minute slash on us. They are going to be playing 5-on-5 hockey. Jamison Cooper was involved in that and will be sitting for 2 minutes. Some fresh skaters out for the Thunder. We got Gage Nelson and Braxton Burst and Wesley Hall. And anchoring our defense is Colt Tullison and Marshall Klega. Ice Wolves maintain possession off the face-off. Wesley gives chase. Ice Wolves bringing it up the boards in front of us. Good pressure by Colt, forcing him wide. Looks for a centering pass. Able to get a shot off, but wide of the net. Ice Wolves maintain possession in our zone. Good physical play by Marshall, is able to get the turnover and sends it the length of the ice for an icing. Yeah. Thunder on a line change. It looks like we're going to have Anthony out there along with Gavin Leon and Sam Schaefer. Anthony chased it in the corner. Ice Wolves are able to do a cross ice pass. Gets a shot off, which hits a player's skate. And the Thunder come away with it. Try to get something happening on the board and along the boards in front of us. Gets pushed back into our zone, and Marshall brings it up the ice. Gives some pressure, and the Ice Wolves just dump it deep. Ice Wolves come away with it, providing pressure behind the net, looking for a centering pass, finds it, and Jalen's able to stop that and cover it up. Good stop by Jalen on that attempt. So 7:17 left in the first period. Thunder bring out 5 new skaters. Looks like Gage Nelson and Koa Severe and Wesley Hall with Caden Zwally on defense along with Colton. Ice Wolves win the face-off but turn it over. Can't quite clear our zone. And the Ice Wolves send it deep behind. Colton comes away with it. Sends it out to the blue line. Ice Wolves send it back. Ice Wolves looking for that centering pass. Gets intercepted by the Thunder. Good movement by the Ice Wolves. Gets a shot on goal. Goes wide of the goalie. And they battle for it along the line. Looks like Wesley Hall is going to come away with it. Brings it up the board with some speed. Gets cut off, but we're able to keep in our zone. Good play by Koa. Ice Wolves come away with it behind the net. Gage putting some pressure on them. And they are able to clear it. Caden gets it, puts it back up ice. And we got a 2-on-1 if we hurry. Can't quite materialize that. New Mexico catches us in a line change. Good job by Gavin to cut that one off. Nice shot on a breakaway by the Ice Wolves. Nice save by Jalen Sunby. Thunder having a hard time bringing it out of our zone, giving them multiple chances. Fortunately, they haven't been able to capitalize too much on it. Sam Schaefer finally able to clear our zone and get some pressure. They turn it over. Sam with the shot and the goal! Beautiful forehand backhand by Sam Schaefer after they turn the puck over in their own zone. And it's a tie game, 1-1. Good to see that little spark of offense by the Thunder. All right, so Thunder back out to take the face-off. Looks like Anthony Serafino is going to be out there with Sam Schaefer and Ike Everhart. Defense, we're going to have Marshall Klega and Gavin Leon. Ice Wolves provide pressure right away. Tries a centering pass that goes nowhere. And the Thunder come away with it, able to clear it. And it's just a little too far for an icing. We'll have a face-off back in our zone as the Thunder bring out some fresh skaters. Looks like we're going to have Gage Nelson, Wesley Hall, and Braxton Burst on the offensive front. Now Marshall Kollega and Gavin Leon on defense. Thunder win the face-off, able to move it through mid-ice. We can't do much with it after that. Ice Wolves maintain possession, bring it into our zone. A slapper gets blocked. Able to get it out in front of our net with a shot attempt easily saved by Jalen. All right, face off for the Thunder. Won by the Thunder. Battle for it. Brings it over, kicks it over to Braxton. Fight for it along the boards. Gage comes away with it, able to clear the zone. Ice will send it back. Looked like a elbow on Wesley, but they don't call it. And the Ice Wolves have it center ice. Colton Snug's able to pick that one, move it up. Ice Wolves come away with it. Chase given by Anthony, puts a guy into the board, and is able to maintain puck possession. Colt Tollefson loses it along the foul boards. Ice Wolves going for it. Shot goes wide. And then they send it out to center ice, and the Thunder are going to make a line change. Colt with some physical play, knocks him off the puck. And it goes deep. Oh, so it looks like the Ice Wolves are getting a little chirpy. Looks like number 88 having a little temper tantrum. Got a 2 and a 10. 2 minutes for cross-checking and another 10-minute misconduct for questioning the ref's call. He'll be in the box for the next 10 minutes, and then the 2 will be served by somebody else. So the Thunder will be on a nice little power play here, 5-on-4. Hopefully we can make something happen. 3:36 left in the first period. Score is 1-1. Wesley out to take the face-off. They're tied up at center ice. Good job by Marshall keeping it in. Goes back to the Ice Wolves, and they send it deep. Gavin Leon with the puck, bringing it up. Pass to Wesley gets intercepted, and the Ice Wolves send it back to our zone. Marshall looking for somebody to pass to. He finds Wesley. They go up the ice. Jameson Cooper giving chase. He's got Wesley out front. Can't quite get it to him. Wesley goes behind the net, gets it. Nice pass over to Jameson out front to Koa. And a nice save by the goalie. Really good puck movement there by the Thunder. Nice shot on goal, but unfortunately, goalie was in the right position at the right time. So 3:08 left in the first, minute 32 left on the power play. We had Anthony Serafino, Ike Everhart, and Sam Schaefer out taking the face-off, anchored by Gavin Leon and Marshall Kollega. Ice Wolves able to maintain possession, send it down for a clear. Marshall comes away with it, passes it over to Gavin, passes it up to Ike, and the Ice Wolves intercept it and send it back. Let's do it again. Gavin Leon with possession, passes it, gets intercepted by the Ice Wolves. Guy goes wide, nice shot, gets blocked by Jalen Sunday. And the Thunder just are not moving their feet. Marshall comes away with it. Pushed back into our zone to Gavin. Gets it up to Ike. He's got some room. He's got some speed moving in. Gets it into our zone. and gets intercepted by the Ice Wolves before they bring it back up. They got somebody out front. They're looking for a centering pass. And they are just playing keep away at this point. Get a shot on goal, goes through our defense, and Jalen with an easy save. 34 seconds left on the Thunder power play. Let's see if we can make something happen here with one more push. Fresh skaters out there going to be Gage Nelson, Wesley Hall, and Braxton Burst. Defense will be Colton Snuggs and Caden Zwally. Thunder win the face-off, gets some movement. Over to Braxton, he fights for it. And back to Caden, loses it. Ice Wolves come away with it. Caden sends it up ice, and there's 15 seconds left on the power play. Somebody give chase. They just skate through the center zone, gets a shot on goal, goes wide, comes around, gets blocked by the Thunder, right back to an Ice Wolves player, does a little delay, and the Thunder are able to clear it. Good puck movement by the Ice Wolves. Shot on goal, gets deflected and out of play. Ice Wolves killed their penalty, so it's 5-on-5 hockey, minute 23 left in the first period. Skaters out there for the Thunder are going to be Anthony Serafino, Jameson Cooper, and Koa. Anchored by, I think, Gavin Leon and Hope Tollefson. Thunder push it up the ice. Mexico throws it back to the neutral zone. And we have a whistle, I think maybe for offsides. So face off in the neutral zone. Thunder come away with it. Colt Tollefson passes up the ice, finds his outlet to Gavin. Ice Wolves are able to send it back into our zone. They give chase, fight for it along the near boards in the corner. Ice Wolves come away with it, look for a centering pass, which was stopped by Jalen. Wraparound pass, shot, gets blocked by Jalen, and he jumps on it for a whistle. Good job by Jalen going side to side on that. Nice couple of block shots, and eventually just jumps on the puck for the whistle. 52 seconds left in the first period. The score is tied 1-1. Face-off eventually gets taken by the Ice Wolves. They send it on goal. Easily knocked away by Jalen into the board. Colt working for it in the corner. Sends a couple of people into the box. They look for a centering pass. Quick shot. Good stop by Jalen. Good positioning by him. And the Thunder are able to clear the zone. Good pressure by Jameson and Koa. Well, the Thunder change defenders. We got Marshall and Caden Zwally. Marshall bringing it up the ice, doing a great job. Looks for a centering pass. Can't quite connect. And the Ice Wolves dump it deep. 8 seconds left. Caden giving chase and forces them to send it around the net. And that's going to do it for the first period. So quick recap of the first period. Goal scored early on in the period by the Ice Wolves. Kind of caught us off guard, kind of a fluke play. They went up 1-0. We eventually evened the score. The goal by Sam Schaefer with an assist by Gavin Leon. And we end up at 1-1 at the start of the second period. Good pressure for the most part by the Thunder, although we spent entirely way too much time in our defensive zone without a whole lot of offense. This is an Ice Wolves team that really really passing the puck, making the Thunder work for everything they got. So start of the second period. Thunder are going to be moving from left to right on your radio dial. Wesley's out there to take the face-off, along with Ike Everhart and Jamison Cooper. And on defense, we got Caden Zwally and Marshall Kalega. Face-off goes to the Ice Wolves, and they dump it in deep. Caden Zwally comes with it. Heads up, looking for an outlet pass. Gets controlled by the Ice Wolves. We haven't been able to do anything with it, although a blocked pass attempt goes right to an Ice Wolves player who takes a shot on goal and is easily stopped by Jalen. Same line out there for the Thunder. We got Wesley Hall, Sam Schaefer, and Ike Everhart. Thunder come away with it, looking for an outlet pass. Schaefer over to Ike, he's bringing it up with speed, enters the zone, puts a nice move on, loses it after he sends it, and he was on the receiving end of a cross-check. Ike would look like he exchanged some words with the other player, but from what I'm told this morning, he was given the sportsmanship award. So if he was exchanging words, they were probably pleasant in nature. Anyway, we got 14:23 left. The Thunder are going to be on a 5-on-4 power play for the next 2 minutes. We got Anthony out taking the face-off along with Koa and Sam Schaefer. Thunder win the face-off over to Marshall. Shot on goal, gets pushed aside by the Ice Wolves. Centering pass ends up in Anthony's hands. He's looking for somebody. We got somebody down low. Unfortunately, we can't get it to him, and the Ice Wolves are able to clear the zone just out of reach of Colton Snuggs. Passes it over mid-ice to Marshall, who dumps it into our offensive zone, gets intercepted by the Ice Wolves, and they are able to clear it deep and get a partial line change out there. We got Jamison passing it over to Marshall, who passes it out to Colton, and we lose it mid-ice. Ice Wolves are able to get a shot on goal. Easily stopped by Jalen. We send the ice full length of the ice. Colton Snuggs comes away with it, brings it back into the zone, sends it in deep, and the Ice Wolves are trying to clear it. Good pressure by the Thunder, but they're unable to keep it in the zone, and we'll start fresh. Colton Snuggs over to Colt Tollefson, sends it up to Jamison Cooper, over to Wesley Hall. Good pressure, or good passing, getting it up. Unfortunately, don't maintain possession. And the Ice Wolves are able to clear it. So 30 seconds left on the penalty. Gavin Leon behind the net. Passes it up to Braxton Burst, who sends it in deep. Gage Nelson gives chase. Pressure by the Thunder forces the turnover. We can't keep it in our zone. And the Ice Wolves come away with it. Nice move by them. Can't quite get a shot off. And they blow the whistle, and that is going to be a cross check or an interference or a hold. Let's see what they call. Cross check by Colt Tollefson, 2 minutes. That would be 4-on-4 hockey for 1 second before their penalty ends. Penalty by Colt probably helped save the goal. Had some pressure down there. Not the worst penalty I've seen. However, we're short a player. Now we're playing with 3. We need one more. One more player. We only have 3. We're short. All right, so some player mismanagement. We were looking for a challenge. We only had 1 guy in the box, but we only had 3 on the ice. Eventually, we figured it out. We got 4 on there, able to clear it. 1 minute left on the penalty. Ice Wolves are able to bring it up. Good defense by Gavin Leon, forces him wide. The net comes off. Blow the whistle. All right, net, there was a scuffle in front of the net. Net comes off. Ice Wolves shoot it and score, but the refs are talking, and I don't think it's going to be a goal. Kind of a weird series of events. The Thunder were only had 3 on the ice, and we should have had 4. Good job of taking on their 5-on-3, even though it should have been a 5-on-4. Able to clear it. Ice Wolves with some action in front of our net. Net comes off, and they blow it dead before the goal actually counted. So it's all said and done. Face off in our zone, won by the Ice Wolves. Able to send it across. Jameson Cooper able to intercept it. Give and chase. We got a 2-on-1. Jameson comes away with it. Can't center it. And the Ice Wolves dump it in deep. And Marshall's there to maintain control. Ice Wolves are able to intercept the pass, and shot on goal goes high. About 30 seconds left in this penalty kill for the Thunder. Let's move our feet, Thunder, and clear it. Errant pass by the Ice Wolves ends up in Jameson's hands. Can't clear it as the Ice Wolves are there to stop it. Shot on goal gets blocked by Colton. And eventually another shot on goal gets stopped by Jalen. So we got 10 seconds left. We got some amateur clock keepers who forget to stop the clock, which ends up being in our favor because they ran off about an extra 10 seconds on that penalty. So even though play was stopped, we got 2 seconds left on the penalty and face off in our zone. Gage Nelson's going to take it along with Ike and Caden's out there and Gavin Leon. Shot on goal by New Mexico ends up being saved by Jalen, and we got some extracurricular out there. Ice Wolves were definitely taking shots at our goalie before the whistle blew. Kind of a delayed whistle, and it looks like after all of it, we're going to end up in the box. So we started with 2 seconds left on the clock, and they never started the clock. So I guess they got their 10 seconds back. But that penalty should have ended, and you can't fire volunteers, and that's how the tournament is being won. So you win some of those, you lose some of them. So now it's actually going to be a 5-on-3 for 2 seconds. And then we will have another one in the box for 2 minutes. So.
He was supposed to go at 8:26. But number 88, so Well, it was 3:36 minus 2 minutes.
So the rest are trying to figure a couple things out. Again, all the scorekeepers and clock keepers are volunteers provided by the tournament. Obviously, the great coaching staff of the Thunder and the camera crew and audio are doing a better job than some of the other volunteers. Give ourselves some credit. All right, so after it's all said and done, the kid from the Ice Wolves who is serving the 10-minute minor is still in the box. He's not getting out yet. The Thunder have 2 in the box, even though they haven't put the other penalty on the board yet. And it looks like we're going to start play without it. So face-off won by the Ice Wolves. They get some pressure on it. Maintain possession. Good couple of saves by Jalen. Let's get this game settled back down and play our game there. A lot of physical activity in front of the net. Ice Wolves remain on a 5-on-4. Able to get a shot off, and Jalen stops it. And this Ice Wolves team they definitely played to the whistle. And so now I'm trying to pull up the game sheet stats to see what they called. It was only a 2-minute roughing penalty on Kingswally that they never put on the board. He'll get out of the box at 8:25. Meanwhile, it's 5-on-4 hockey, and the Thunder are now getting it figured out. We'll have a face-off in our offensive zone with Ike taking the face-off. Colton and Sam and Colton Snugs are out there. Ice Wolves win the face-off, take it behind the net, trying to set up power play, gets it out to the point, walks it in, tries a centering pass, gets blocked in front. Good physical play by the Thunder, not giving the Ice Wolves anything easy. Cross pass ice, quick snapshot goes wide of the net. Thunder desperately need a clear. Ike with good pressure, and he's going to have a breakaway. Let's go. Centering pass, and we can't quite follow him. We're short-handed, so the rest of our team is playing defense. Ike gets it again, and good pressure trying to bring it up. And now we have a whistle. I don't know what the call was. Maybe offsides? Anyway, there's 40 seconds left, we think, on the penalty. 5-on-4 hockey. We got Koa out there with Jameson and Gavin Leon on defense along with Marshall. Ice Wolves win the face-off. Send it over to Marshall Plega, who brings it up the near side of the ice. He's going to bring it up by himself. Turns. Just delays trying to kill the penalty and provide some really good pressure. So 22 seconds left on the penalty. Ice Wolves are able to get it out of their zone. Centering pass goes wide, although ends up with the Ice Wolves. Shot goes wide. 7 seconds left if the Thunder can clear. Gavin Leon gives chase. Again, good puck movement by the Ice Wolves, and we're able to clear the penalty, and we're back to full strength. Anthony comes out. And there we go. Koa with an errant pass, collects it mid-zone, going towards the thing. Quick shot on goal. Gets stopped by the goalie. Battle for the rebound goes nowhere. A lot of physical play in this game, but eventually Jameson comes away with it and sends it to neutral ice. Ice will send it behind our goal. Colton Snugs comes away with it, passes it up to Jameson, who's looking for a breakout. Pass in front of the net gets intercepted by the Ice Wolves. Quick kind of shot on goal gets stopped by Jalen. Rebound goes up in the air. Eventually come back. The Ice Wolves come away with it. Centering pass gets intercepted again. And the Ice Wolves come away with it again. Thunder need a clear from our zone, even if we have to ice the puck. Ice Wolves kick it out to the point, then kick it back down, and now Jameson has it with plenty of time. He sends it around. Ice Wolves intercept it, goes back to Colton. And we got a player streaking down the middle of the ice. That's Anthony Serafino. Dumps it in. It's probably so we can get a line change. Fresh skaters on the ice. Looks like Wesley Hall comes on board with Braxton. Colton Snugs at center ice. Sends it deep. Thunder are given pressure. Ice Wolves find an outlet pass. And the Ice Wolves send it behind our net. Caden Zwally comes away with it, looking to set things up. Passes it up the board. We can't control it, and the Ice Wolves send it back deep. Colton Snugs on the other side of the ice. He's going to get it out to center ice. And Ice Wolves are just looking for passes, and the Thunder do a good job of taking away their passing lanes. Although Ice Wolves get a turnover. And get a pretty good shot on goal. Ice Wolves are a little chippy, taking out everybody, including the ref on that one. Anyway, good goalie play by Jalen Sunday, able to stop their shot attempt. We remain tied 1-1. It's got 5:50 left in the second period. New skaters coming on for the Thunder. We got Ike and Anthony and Caden Zwally. And Marshall Plega and Sam Schaefer. Thunder look like they win the face-off but can't clear the zone. And the Ice Wolves send it deep. Marshall Plega comes away with it. He skates it up, tries to get it to Anthony, and sends it to middle ice. Ice Wolves looking to set something up. Howie's finding their outlet pass. Marshall providing good pressure along with Anthony, and they get it out to point, and then they send it back deep. Thunder can't clear it. Ice Wolves come away with it, send it back to the point, send it back behind the net. Ice Wolves are really making the Thunder work on defense, sending them back and forth across the ice. Blue line behind the net. They do a good job of dumping in deep and then taking away our outlet. Thunder are trying to set something up. Battle for it down on the board. Centering pass goes wide, goes out to the point. Big shot by their defenseman goes high off the glass. And now we got Sam Schaefer with a breakout attempt. Puts a move on the goalie and misses just wide. Tried the forehand backhand, which worked in the first period, and unfortunately went wide on that one. But good pressure down low, continued by Sam Schaefer. And now the Ice Wolves are going to bring it up. Centering pass gets absolutely destroyed by Gavin Leon. Beautiful defensive play, nice clean hockey, taking away any kind of shot attempt. So looks like the Thunder are going to have a couple of new skaters out there. It's going to be Wesley Hall, Koa, and Jameson, anchored by Colton and Gavin. 4:15 left in the second period. Ice Wolves win the face-off. Shot on goal gets blocked. And Gavin's able to come away with it. continued pressure. We don't quite clear the zone, and the Ice Wolves send it back deep. 2 on the puck. They try to get fancy, and the Thunder are able to clear it. Wesley Hall giving chase along with Koa, and we're able to send it in deep. Ice Wolves with a full head of steam. Number 5 going coast to coast. Nice shot attempt, gets blocked by Jalen, and the puck goes out of play. So 3:26 left in the second period, 1-1 game, and the Thunder bring out 5 new skaters with Colton and Marshall and Gage and Braxton and Anthony. Anthony going to take the face-off. Ice Wolves are able to come away with it. Send it in deep behind our goal. Colton Snubbs over to Marshall, who passes it up to Braxton, able to get it out of the zone. And they send it back up. Misplayed by the Thunder. They get a shot on goal, which goes wide. And the Ice Wolves with possession. Shot on goal gets stopped by Jalen, and a whistle by the referee. 3:01 left in the second period. All 5 skaters for the Thunder remain out there. Anthony taking the face-off. Ice Wolves come away with it. Shot on goal gets blocked and over the net. Sent it over. They're able to clear it. Gage Nelson giving chase. Ice Wolves send it across the ice. Back up to their player who was cherry picking at the blue line. He can't come away with it, and we get an icing call. So we'll have a offensive zone face-off, which has been a rarity for this game so far. Skaters on the ice are going to be Anthony Serafino, Sam Schaefer, and Ike Everhart. Defensively, we got Colton Snuggs and Marshall Klega. Pass across the ice, gets intercepted. They got a chance here. Good pressure by Marshall, and the shot gets blocked by Jalen and out of play. So we're at the Surditch Ice Center, and we got low ceiling. So any puck that goes up in the air is pretty much hitting the ceiling and whistled dead. 2:30 left in the second period. Colt Tollefson comes on for the Thunder, and the Thunder win the face-off. Gets taken away by the Ice Wolves, and they send it deep. Ice Wolves trying to get something to happen on offense. Good passing team. Not a lot of good quality shots. Nice save by Jalen with no rebound as he pushes it into the corner. Ice Wolves send it low. Colt gives chase. Ice Wolves come away with it. Good pressure by Anthony, and he maintains possession. And it hits the skate and goes back behind our net. Aiden Zerali now giving chase. He's got time. He sends it up. It's intercepted. Ike's able to get it. We got a 2-on-1 with Ike and Sam. Ike with a nice move, trying to get it to center, gets blocked by a Ice Wolf player, and we're back the other direction. Good defense by Colt Tollefson, preventing a shot on goal, and Ike comes away with it again. He's got he meets some resistance at the blue line. And eventually the Ice Wolves come away with it, and defender brings it up, and he's just looking for somebody to pass it to as he circles around, dumps it into the corner, and the Thunder are just flat on their feet. We need a clear. We need to get out of this period with a tie score. 50 seconds left in the period. Ice Wolves continually providing pressure, but defense is not let up. Quick one-time shot goes wide of the net, and 5 players are low battling for it. So Sam Schaefer ends up and just clears it the length of the ice. Hopefully we get an icing call with 28 seconds left, but we'll get some fresh skaters on the ice, which is desperately needed. So we got 28 seconds left in the second period. Fresh skaters coming on the ice. And for the third period, I think we're going to have a guest commentator if we're lucky. All right, so Wesley's going to take the face-off along with Jameson and Koa. On defense, we got Marshall and Gavin. And the Thunder win the face-off and try to get a push here in the last little bit of this period. Get some momentum going into the third period. Gavin gets it, looks for the outlet with Jameson, and unfortunately just out of reach, and that's going to go the length of the ice for an icing. So 12 seconds left now in the second period, and these kids need a spark moving into the third period. All 5 skaters remain on the ice for the Thunder. Wesley's again going to take the face-off. And hopefully we can make something happen with 12 seconds left. Battle for it ends up going to neutral ice. Ice Wolves trying to set something up. Wesley intercepts it, and that's going to end the second period. So we're going to have, since it's tournament rules, there's no ice make, no Zamboni. They are going to have a 1-minute intermission, and we'll see you in 60 seconds. And we're back. Entering third period, 1-1. The special coaches for this game are Brian Cooper and Phil Tullifson. I'm sure they drew something up for the third period to get us some momentum. Skaters on the ice for the Thunder are going to be Wesley Hall, Jameson Cooper, and Koa. Defensively, we're going to have Gavin coming off that big hit, and Marshall Klega. And the puck gets dropped, and the Ice Wolves come away with it. Good group defense by the Thunder. Gavin Leon sends it up to center ice, gets pursued by Koa, and the Ice Wolves dump it deep. Marshall Klega comes away with it, sends it out to Wesley, who's got a full head of steam, able to pass the blue line, got a couple of people down low who get a centering pass. Centering pass gets intercepted by the Ice Wolves. And the Thunder keep it in. Send it deep. Back behind the net. A good burst of energy by this Thunder team coming out in the third period. Ice Wolves maintain possession. Can't make anything happen, and Jalen sends that one away. Jameson Cooper sends it around the boards, and the Ice Wolves send it right back. Eventually, Wesley Hall comes away with it, passes it up to Jameson. Good passing. He's got a 2-on-2. Makes a move at the blue line, and has to wait for us to get back on side, and eventually just dumps it deep. Ice Wolves bringing it out. But it was deep enough for the Thunder to get a partial line change, and Braxton's on the ice with some fresh legs. Haynes Wally battling for it behind the net. He's able to, I thought, send it up. Ice Wolves come away with it. Shot on goal gets blocked by Jalen. He sends it into the corner. Centering pass also gets pushed away by Jalen. But the Ice Wolves come away with it. Shot goes wide, and the Thunder just need to clear and make them reset. Colton Snuggs intercepts that, or takes that one away from the Ice Wolves, and now there's several Ice Wolves battling. Anthony eventually joins, and not sure who's going to come away with it. Looks like Colton comes away with it, and he's going to bring it up the far boards. Pass to Braxton goes a little too far, and that is deep enough for us to get a line change. We got Gage Nelson on the ice along with Anthony Serafino and Braxton. And the Ice Wolves send it up. Our defense meets them at the blue line and haven't been able to make anything happen. Gage is able to bring it up the ice, and he's got a 2-on-2 along with Anthony. If somebody will go with him. Nice little move. He's going to get a shot on goal. Backhand goes into the netting of the goal. And no rebound here by the Thunder. Ice Wolves send it the length of the ice. Marshall comes away with it, looking for a pass up ice. Eventually, he sends it up the boards, goes to Gage Nelson, who sends it out. It's intercepted by the Ice Wolves, who send it back in the zone, and they're going to get a offsides call. So nice little push there by the Thunder to start this third period. On the ice for the Thunder is going to be Wesley and Ike and Sam Schaefer. And on defense, we've got Colt Tullifson and Marshall Palega. The Thunder win the face-off. Marshall goes deep in the corner. Looks to send it up ice. Gets met by two people. Eventually, nice pass by Ike up to Wesley. Over to Sam. Back to Wesley. And Ice Wolves are able to push it up the ice again. Marshall is able to intercept it, sends it center ice, and the Ice Wolves are going to get it and regroup. Good pressure by this Thunder team coming out. Gavin's able to intercept a pass, but the Ice Wolves come away with it, and centering pass goes between the skates of the Ice Wolves player, and now Wesley's battling for it in the corner. Wesley dumps it off to Gavin. He sends it up the boards. The Ice Wolves can't control it and goes out of our zone. Quick change for the Thunder. Got Anthony on the ice, and now we got Jameson on the ice and Koa on the ice. Ice was able to hit the outlet pass, bring it into our zone. Aren't able to get a shot on goal quite yet. Good pressure by Koa. Battle on the far side board. Puck is just not bouncing our way. Thunder come away with it. Shot on goal. Blocked by Jalen. Caden gets the rebound and sends it out of the zone. Again, Caden Zwally with an intercepted pass. Tries to clear the zone but can't quite do it. Maintains possession. Good footwork there by him. and eventually is able to clear the zone. Ice Wolves bring it in, met by a swarm of Thunder defenders, able to get a shot off and stopped by Jalen. So fresh lineup for the Thunder. We got Wesley and Braxton and Gage out there along with Marshall Klega and Colt Tollefson. Face-off won by the Thunder. Can't quite clear the zone. Battle in front of the net eventually gets taken by the Thunder and sent out of the zone. Ooh, nice intercepted pass by Gage. He goes down, centering pass, can't quite control it by Braxton, and back the other way with the Ice Wolves. Ice Wolves with a attempted centering pass gets knocked away by the Thunder, and now a battle for it down in the corner. Braxton comes away with it. He's looking for an outlet pass, goes off a Ice Wolves defender and stopped by the goaltender. Ice Wolves just sent it up the ice. Their skaters are getting tired, and Gavin brings it into the zone, drops it back to Anthony. Anthony keeps it in our zone, and the Ice Wolves come up with possession. Ice Wolves with a centering pass that gets knocked away by Jalen, and Anthony battling for it down low. Eventually Gavin comes away with it. Pass gets knocked away, stopped by Jalen, and eventually the Thunder are able to clear it. Ice Wolves dump it into our zone. Caden Zwally gets possession, loses it behind the net, but has support from Wesley, who provides pressure. They centering pass across the ice, gets Jalen way out of net, but he's able to stop any attempt they have, and they are able to maintain possession. Maintain possession and get some fresh skaters on the ice. So, looks like we cleared it. The Ice Wolves get called for a high stick, and that's how we get the whistle. So we got 1-1, third period with 7:20 left. Looks like the shots on goal, I don't know if it's accurate, but New Mexico with 31 and the Pikes Peak Thunder with 7. So fresh skaters on for the Thunder. Anthony takes the face-off. Ice Wolves maintain control. Thunder are able to intercept the pass, and that goes in. Thunder intercept the pass, gets it over to Jameson. Jameson comes up with it and goes top shelf, and that's going to be a 2-1 Thunder lead with 7:07 remaining in the third period. So good continued pressure by the Thunder, forces a turnover in the offensive zone. Puck just bounces just right to the Thunder, and they work for it. Jameson now off the face-off. Thunder battle for it behind the net, send it around. Ice Wolves come up with it. Eventually, Koa gets it and able to get it to center ice. Ice Wolves making a push. Their pass across ice can't be controlled. Eventually controlled. Passes it out to the point, and it's intercepted by the Thunder and send it down. And we get a ice change or a line change. So it looks like we have Colt Tolson and Gavin Leon on defense. We've done a great job, and shot on goal, stopped by Jalen with no rebound. A couple fresh skaters for the Thunder. We have Gage Nelson and Braxton out there, along with Wesley. And on defense, we're going to have Gavin Leon and Colt Tollefson, I believe. Face-off won by the Thunder, sends it up net, intercepted, sent back down by the Ice Wolves. They maintain possession behind. Good job of the Thunder by taking away all their passing lanes and just forcing them to skate around with it. Eventually, they get it in front of the net. Good save. Eventually, they get in front of the net. Initial shot was stopped by Jalen. Unfortunately, a rebound came right out to the Ice Wolves, and Jalen was unable to stop that one. And the Ice Wolves tie it up. So 2-2, third period, 5:47 left. Momentum back to the Ice Wolves. Let's see if the Thunder, how they respond. We got Wesley out there with Sam and Ike, I believe. And on defense, we got Marshall Plega and Caden Swallow. Face-off won by the Ice Wolves, who dump it in deep. Takes a weird bounce and goes right in front of the net. Jalen pushes it into the corner. Ice Wolves send it around. Good pressure by Marshall. Ice Wolves are just, I guess, content to stand on the puck. And that's what they do. Eventually, they come away with it. Shot attempt by them goes wide. Wesley Hall comes away with it behind the net. He gets pressured by the missed pass by the Ice Wolves. Goes to center ice, but the Thunder can't capitalize. Little breakaway there. Good hustle by the Ice Wolves with a shot on goal, but saved by Jalen. Ice Wolves setting up their offense. Errant pass leads to Sam Schaefer taking control. Passes it back over to Caden, who sends it up the ice. Looking for Ike. Goes the length of the ice. And the Ice Wolves come up with it. Pass gets intercepted by Jamison Cooper, who gets possession at our blue line. Dumps it up for Colton, who's putting pressure on their offense. 4:19 remaining in the third period. Again, we remain tied 2-2. Ice Wolves dump it, and I believe it's an icing. So we're going to have an offensive zone face-off, which, again, has been pretty rare this game. But we got Anthony and Colton and Jameson out there, along with Koa and Colt Tollefson. Face-off won by the Thunder, goes to Jameson, shot on goal, gets blocked, and the Ice Wolves recover it. Try to clear their zone, and eventually do. Tollefson comes away with it, drops it back. Gets picked up by the Ice Wolves, who do a centering pass, and they can't control it. Send it back behind our net for Anthony Serafino, who gets it out. And we got Koa, who maintains possession, looking for a centering pass. Can't quite get it over to Jameson, but fighting for it behind the net. And Jameson comes away with it. Fortunately, pass goes over the blue line, and the Thunder have to set it back up. Eventually, Koa comes away with a nice little toe drag, shot on goal, gets stopped by the goalie, and we got a whistle. So good pressure, good series of events for the Thunder. 3:16 remaining, third period. Score remains 2-2. Skaters out there for the Thunder are going to be Gage Nelson, Wesley, and Braxton, and defensively is going to be Marshall and Gavin. Face-off won by the Thunder. Eventually, the Ice Wolves take it over. Gavin's able to save it and put a shot on net, and the goalie just jumps on it. Coach is yelling for this Thunder team to just crash the net, and I couldn't agree with them more. There haven't been a ton of rebound opportunities, but if there is, we want to be able to find the back of the net. Same 5 skaters out there for the Thunder. Wesley taking the face-off. Wins it. Sends it out to the point. Gets by Gavin and center ice. The Thunder able to disrupt them. Gage with a nice little poke check. Sends it center ice. Another poke check. He's going to have a chance with one-on-one. Eventually gets it. And they're going to call him with a tripping. That, I can't agree with that. But good pressure. Going for the puck, and they're going to call him with a tripping. He's going to get 2 minutes, and the Thunder are going to be down with 2:44 left. Long day for these refs. They're working multiple games starting at 6 a.m. this morning. I think maybe we're getting a little bit tired. I don't know. I don't agree with it. Anyway, 5-on-4. Thunder are going to be shorthanded here for the next 2 minutes, and let's hope for a clear. Ice Wolves win the face-off. Shot on goal is stopped by Jalen, and we're going to have another face-off. Ike takes the face-off, controlled by the Ice Wolves. They're trying to set up their offense. Eventually send it out front. Can't make anything happen. Good pressure by Ike. Ties it up against the boards. Pin it for as long as you can. Eventually it comes back out. Ice Wolves get a shot on goal. Slips by our goalie, and Ice Wolves score with 2:15 remaining. That was unfortunate. Anyway, 2 minutes left. Plenty of time left in this period for the Thunder to make a comeback. We got Anthony out there along with, I believe, Koa and Jameson, and on defense we got Colton and Caden. Face-off taken by Anthony, controlled by the Ice Wolves. Pass it back, and then they just dump it in deep. Caden eventually comes up with it. He sends it up the near side boards, out of the zone, and back to center ice. Caden comes up with it, dumps it deep. Eventually, it pops back out. Thunder can't quite control it. Oh, shot on goal by Caden gets tipped by one of their players and goes just wide of the net. We're watching our goalie. We got 1:30 left. See at what point we're going to pull him. Looks like they're going to pull Jalen, and we got an extra skater on the ice. Ice Wolves have possession and attempt to get a shot on goal, which is stopped. They're providing additional pressure and are content to just jump on the puck at this point. Braxton comes up with it, sends it up the ice, gets stopped by them. Shot attempt by them goes wide. Thunder needs to get possession. Anthony providing pressure. Eventually he gets it, sends it up the ice, and still can't clear it. Caden with it, 41 seconds left, and we ice the puck. Ice the puck with 36 seconds left. It's going to be a defensive zone face-off, and we're going to have to put our goalie back in. So 36 seconds left. Skaters on the ice for the Tigers are going to be Wesley, Ike, and Gage, and Sam, and Marshall Kollega. So hopefully we can win this face-off and get it down the ice so we can bring an extra skater on. Face-off is won initially by the Thunder. battle for it behind the net. Wesley comes up with it. We're able to clear our zone. Pressure provided by the Thunder, trying to force a turnover. At least we can get a shot on goal. Somebody's got to pressure him. 14 seconds left. Jalen sends it up the ice. 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and that's going to do it. Unfortunately, the Thunder just ran out of time and ran out of steam, but overall a pretty hard-fought game. They stayed in it this whole time. Ice Wolves definitely had their offense working and kind of dominated in the long run. Most of that game was played in our offensive zone, or in our defensive zone. So good effort by the Thunder. Unfortunately, come away on the wrong side of the scoreboard. But a hard-fought game nonetheless. So stay tuned, and we'll see you tomorrow.